Today's video, I'm going to try to hydro dip deer skulls for the first time. Never done it before. I'm a complete noob. I don't know how to hydro dip. I only hydro dipped one thing and that was 10 minutes ago, and it turned out terrible. So, it's probably going to be pretty bad, and hopefully it's not too bad, I guess, because I kind of put a lot of work into these deer skulls. This is bad. This is really, really bad. I actually am not really new to the European mount thing. I've done quite a few European mounts, and I'm pretty good at them. But that was just bleaching them white. This time, I'm going to actually be hydro dipping them with the film, and I don't really know what to expect. I did a little bit of research and decided I wasn't going to go the spray paint route just because it's actually cheaper, I believe, to hydro dip with the film, and you get exactly what you want. Overall, it's kind of satisfying and it looks like pretty cool, but I don't know how well it's going to last and how hard it actually is, because like I said, I tried it once and it was terrible. So I'm gonna get started. Hopefully I don't ruin these deer skulls. Just ignore the sexy DeWalt grinder. These are the two deer skulls I'm gonna do. This one I'll rip open for you, but yeah, I still have to boil it and stuff, and it kind of smells bad because I left it out for a little bit too long. This one is actually from a couple years ago. This is actually my first buck. Funny story. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to hydro dip this. I did a really good job, and then I just kind of got lazy, didn't bleach it, and I spray painted it. And also, I broke the nose off, so yeah. We're going to hydro dip this one first because I don't care about this one. And then this one is actually not my deer, it's somebody else's, so I want to try to do a good job on this one. So the one thing I learned with the hydro dipping is you're actually supposed to have special paint, like a special base paint, which I don't have. I'm just using white spray paint. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't turn out too bad. So I'm going to get this one out of the bag in the pot boiling. I'll kind of show you how I do that, but then I'm going to hydro dip it. So I'm going to work on that, and then while that's boiling, I'll try to hydro dip this smaller one over here. Alright, that deer skull is pretty much ready to go. I just dropped it in the pot pretty much, and this is just a Coleman's like camp stove or whatever. Got a portable propane bottle hooked up to it, and this is water with soap in it, and this is as hot as I can get it, because the hotter it is, the less I have to heat it, and the quicker, basically, the process goes. Alright, I got tape around the antler bases. This should be enough tape, but I'm going to put it in. I don't want to directly boil the antler here because it could make it white. Alright, so now that we got that other deer head in the pot, I'm going to actually get the other one, spray paint it, and then wait for probably about 30 minutes till the paint is just dry to the touch. Then we're actually going to try to hydro dip it. And this could go really good, really bad, but the good thing with hydro dipping is I think I can kind of just spray paint over top if I don't like it. And no, I do not recommend spray painting stuff inside of a garage, but it's negative 85 degrees outside right now, and I'm not going out there. Alright, so the paint is dry to the touch. I hope I'm not doing it too early, and I hope I'm not doing it too late, but I think I'm just going to dip it and go for it. So I'm going to cut the size section I think I need, and then I have my activator to spray on it. Everything is kind of time sensitive, so I'm going to get everything set up, because as soon as that stuff hits the water, you need to be going on a schedule. I cut a sheet of this stuff, and hopefully it's big enough and long enough and everything, and I'm going to go, I guess, and try it. I'm doing something wrong. Please correct me, guys who hydro dip, because I have no clue what I'm doing. Alright, so this water is about as warm as this water is about bath temperature, which is what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to put the sticky side down, I guess, and blow the wrinkles out of it, I think. So I don't mess this up. Alright, so there's a ton of wrinkles, and I need to try to blow these wrinkles out before I dip. I'm going to put the stuff on here. Hopefully this is not too much and not too little. Cross your fingers. I think I might have put a little bit too much, but I'm supposed to wait like 20 seconds to put this in. Oh my goodness. Pro tip, don't inhale that activator spray because that's more toxic than nuclear waste. That stuff is highly toxic. Do not inhale. Do not inhale that. Okay, hopefully this is good. It looks good, maybe. I don't know. Well, let's give it a go. Here goes nothing. I think this is actually going 100% perfect right now. I can't tell. I may have put a little too much activator on here. I didn't get it back very well, but so the too much activator and the waiting a little bit too long after putting on the activator is kind of what messed me up. But if I hadn't done that, other than that, I'm pretty perfect. I think a lot of the reason that the back of the head didn't get it very good is because the stuff was like, you know, kind of like too activated, I guess, floating away on me. But I'm gonna check my other deer head here, get it washed up, cleaned up, and ready to go. Alright, so it's the next day. I did my first hydro dip last night. It went pretty good, not perfect. I didn't actually get it on film because my stinking camera stopped recording, but whatever. Moving on from that. It went pretty good. I put too much activator on, and I let the activator sit for too long. So that didn't go perfect. I'm definitely going to do it different on the second ones, but on the next ones. I have two more I'm going to do right now in this video, and one of them is this one that we actually boiled. So I boiled it, I took it out, I think I showed you, and I pressure washed it. So I pressure washed it, and this is what she's looking like. I don't know why it's red here. Can somebody tell me if you understand why? I've done quite a few mounts and it's never done that, but got it all cleaned up. I just took everything out of the nose because that's how I do it. I think it looks better that way and it's way easier, so that's the way I do it. I got it all cleaned up, power wash, and it's all dried out. And now I'm going to put some spray paint on, and hopefully in about half an hour we can hydro dip it. But I'm going to hydro dip my other one first that I didn't boil, and I haven't actually showed you, and it's actually the biggest deer that we're going to hydro dip. Alright, so I got a base coat on the deer skull, looks pretty good, and I also got a base coat on my fingers, so I'm going to grab the other deer skull that I haven't showed you, and it's actually the biggest one, so I'm going to spray paint that one. So this is the head I was talking about. Wasn't even planning on dipping this in the beginning, but I'm going to dip it now. It was kind of hard to tape up because it has this cool little kicker thing right here. So this is painted, but I'm going to put some fresh paint on it, and then let it dry, and then we'll dip them both. This one first, and then the 4-point. After I let this dry for like half an hour, this should be ready to dip. I just got to get my water warm again because it's cold now. Here you go, let's try number 2. Hopefully it goes better than the first time. I think I learned a little bit, so hopefully this one's better. And I'm hoping that the last one's going to be perfect because it's not actually mine, so I don't really want to mess it up. I gotta blow to make sure all the wrinkles are out of it. 2, 3. Yeah, well, that was a complete failure. Alright, so it's kind of all come down to this. I did okay in the first one. I really screwed up the second one, and now I'm going to dip the one that I can't screw up. This is actually not mine. I studied my system. I think I know what I'm going to do. This time, this buck's actually small. I can just dip it right in like this. So I'm just going to go like this, and go right in like that. I don't know. Maybe I should have done this a little bit wider, but and hopefully it turns out all right. So far, it's looking pretty good. I don't know if it's going to come in on the top good here, but I think the sides are coming in pretty good and the front's coming in pretty good. Kind of running out of room here in my tank, so I'm going to have to do a lot more tipping. Okay, so that was not complete failure. Oh, it might have been. It might have been. Never mind, I think it was a complete failure. Alright, so overall, it is the best one I've done yet, but this problem wasn't really a dipping problem. The dipping went pretty good. There was a couple spots that I missed. That's probably because my tub isn't actually really big enough. I didn't have it cut wide enough, which I kind of knew, but yeah, I didn't really want to use any extra, like, whatever that stuff you call. Or, yep. Whatever you call that stuff. So, went pretty good, but the problem I actually had is, I only painted this thing like 30 minutes ago, so the paint kind of came off, which is not good, because now I have half bare skull, half painted, and most of it's dipped as well, so you can kind of tell where the paint came off, but from kind of looking at it from far away, it looks pretty good, so yeah, I'm going to show you. So this is what it looks like, and from right here, it looks pretty good. If you come over here, this looks pretty good, but if you look in close, you can see some of that's painted, like right in there. That was actually spray paint, and it came off the skull when I dipped it in the water. So that's not a good sign. And like over here, I didn't get it very good, and over here, I really didn't get it very good. I came up around the back better this time, but like I said, the paint kind of just came off there. I can spray paint this and do it all over again, but kind of running low on spray paint, and I also don't really want to do this because this is kind of my first decent dip. So I think I'm just going to leave it as it is and call it good. Alright, so this should be hopefully the last and final dipping, and hopefully this one goes better than all the other ones before. I mean, it's not terrible, but I just did not get this back of the head ending at all, and I didn't get it here. And it's just not it. So overall, did I really get any better hydro dipping? Did I really learn how to do it? Do I like it? And can I do it? Well, honestly, pretty much all of those are no, because I don't really know how to do it still. I think I just need a bigger tank, which I'm not using, and I should be. But I think the only way to do it is just to set it straight down in. I see people do it kind of like the way I was doing it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Well, that concludes it. Overall, I wouldn't consider me hydro dipping a fail, but I certainly would not consider it a success. To be honest, I would just have a professional do it because I don't know how to do it. I will probably try to get better at doing it because I definitely want to be able to do it. But yeah, as of right now, I can't do it. And if you thought I made a lot of mistakes in this video, make sure to watch the video where I killed my first bow buck, where I made even more mistakes.